So I'm just doing normal moves right now.
I like to play the dragon, so just play here.
So I guess bishop c4 looks okay. Or should I defend my pawn with d3? It looks kind of... Maybe he could like play b5 or something and kick my bishop away. So I don't know where I really want to be with that. Yeah, I'll just go for c4. If I have to drop back, it's not the end of the world.
Well, I guess this is normal-ish. I think bishop e3 is more normal. I'm not quite sure why though. I think I'll just keep developing like I would.
I don't know if there actually are any tactics, but it kind of looks like there could be with the knight moving. So I don't know if I should play knight to b3 or something, or just back to f3. Now there can't be any tactics just yet, so I'll just castle.
Oh wow! Actually, kingside. Well, there goes my theory out the window. Everything I've seen is what made queenside castling. So I guess I will keep on developing naturally. Oh yeah, I'll just play. He doesn't really have any good threats now, so I think I'll just play my knight to c6 to put more pressure. I mean, there might even be some tricks here with discoveries, but I mean, he probably won't. He probably won't fall for it.
Okay, so I definitely don't want to take his knight, because then he can just play d5 really easily. So I'm thinking bishop to e3. Maybe bishop to e3, and maybe f4, and then get the knight back to f3 or something. I think a lot of the time in the Sicilian the knight goes to b3, but to be honest it doesn't seem very good there. I don't know why it's so common. It's never really worked out for me. I mean, it's probably right, but it just doesn't seem to sit well with me. I'm just going to play bishop e3. And what about queen b6 actually? If I play... So I guess then maybe I'll have to just drop the knight back to b3. So if the queen does go to b6, then I'm getting a tempo on it when my...
I guess this is normal.
When my knight moves.
Normal setup. Except the kingside castling, which probably makes it very different. So I'm thinking if I might want to think out of my bishop on b7, although it's I don't really know where I should put it yet though. Maybe if I just castle, things will be good. Then try maybe attacking, or I guess attacking b2 won't be smart. It's pretty much a poison pawn, it seems. So yeah, I think I'll just castle. I'd love for him.
Okay, so I need a proper plan. So I'm thinking f4 seems a bit too early, because I might want to play f3 instead still. I think the most all-purpose move really is probably just queen to d2. Gives me a lot of kind of options. Can maybe trade off his bishop or something. Seems like that's a good idea.
Well, I'm kind of wondering if I should go and attack his bishop because it doesn't really have many good
I don't
choices.
have any real plan.
So, I mean, if I go knight to g4, he can't really go to f4 because of the fork on e5. And if he goes to g5, I guess that's it's probably his only good choice. If he moves the bishop, he actually no. Does he drop the knight? Hold on. So this maybe forces I win the bishop pair here. It does look like it. I mean, if I just play g4, what can you do? He moves his bishop. He can't play to h6 because it's defended twice. Can. I hope this isn't theory and I'm just falling for something here. I guess he could take my knight, but I think I would be okay with that. Very much so, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I should have done f3 before I played queen to d2. So obviously I can't go straight to f4 because of the fork. Or can I? Because I can get at the fork actually with knight takes knight. But maybe I can't get out of it if he takes my knight first. Yeah, so if I played bishop to f4, knight takes knight, and and then if I recapture, then he plays e5, and I'm lost. So I'm kind of thinking I might play knight takes knight now, just to preserve my bishop, and then I could maybe just bring the bishop to e4 and trade it off. I suppose he could play e4 then, and then I bring the bishop back and he trades it for his knight, but then his bishop's kind of closed in by pawns, so maybe that's not so bad. Huh. It's kind of tricky. So I gotta watch my time because I'm already a couple of minutes behind. I suppose I could play like bishop g5, and if he kicks it with a pawn, I just come back and let him trade, and he's maybe weakened his king a little bit, but I'm not sure if that's really anything to brag about. I think I'll just let him trade it, I guess. So it just leaves the question of how. I think I should play rook d1, rook e1 or something rather. I'm just gonna try it.
So he defends with his rook. probably wants to open over in some way. If I take the bishop, I will have great control over the dark squares, I guess, with my bishop. So I think just f7 might get weak if he. I think that's fine. I take. Hold on. I should probably have something here, some tacticals and sort. Well, if I just take, he has to take back with a pawn. So he moves. Doesn't he? Yeah, he does. He has to take back with his pawn and then double isolate his pawns. Or he could just take my knight. Either way, I guess that would be fine.
Alright, so I kind of expected that. I think I have to take on c6. So I've definitely misplayed this. Oh, what? No, he can take my bishop first, can't he? Knight takes c6. Knight takes c4. Knight takes c2. Knight takes c2. Knight takes d8. Knight takes d2. And my knight is trapped. Well, this isn't going well at all. I guess I've just got to go for that and hope he doesn't see.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Doesn't see the right move or something.
Well, does he?
I don't see anything better. Either way, I'm just kind of.
Attack.
I would lose the knight on d4 otherwise.
This might actually be good because my bishop on g7 corresponds very good with like a rook on b8 that's hitting b2. So I might be able to put a lot of pressure on that side of the board. Also, you can see probably my pawn chain will point that way and I can expand. Push my a pawn down the board, make weaknesses, something like that. He doesn't have anything very well. I mean, c6 pawn also does a good job blocking out his knight. So I think I'll just take.
Okay, so he just really let me off the hook, I think. I really think he could have won the 2-0 there. So I guess I just play rook takes c3. Nope, I can't do that because bishop to h6. So I guess I have to just take with queen.
Queen's okay, so the queen took. Does he have any? I guess he could put. Well, now he can't push the pawn. I should get my bishop developed and then just try to get my rooks to the open file. Notice as well as that b2 is one of the defenders of c3, which can become an issue probably. I don't really see where else to put my bishop other than d7. I guess it also protects c6 to some point. Yeah.
Right, so I guess that's fine. Probably could have put it on b7 or something, but and then played c5 or. I don't really have much. I really don't have much at all. So where does this knight want to go? There's nowhere really that great for him. So yeah, I can see why everyone puts the bishop on e2 now. This bishop on c4 is actually really annoying me already. So what do I do here? And I'm starting to get quite far behind on time and everything, so. So I'm kind of guessing he's going to play something like rook to b8. And the pressure on the b pawn's already getting kind of bad, so. I should probably do something about that now before it becomes an issue. I kind of want to get c3 in so this bishop isn't going to be too threatening. But it's going to be tricky to get that in because if he plays rook b8 now, then I can't move my knight even. So, but no, he can't even play rook to b8 because I take his.
I was thinking about maybe bringing my queen to a5.
So it looks like I've got just enough time to move the knight and get in c3.
I also see that my a7 pawn is attacked by the queen, so but I guess I could just play.
No, maybe my knight can go to d4.
I'm not sure I want to play c5.
Because if he plays c5, then he's probably not going to get d5 in anytime soon.
I don't know if I could.
d5's scarier.
I could probably just double on the b file if I get my queen to a5 and a rook to b8. I could probably have some tactics against the knight and win the b pawn in some way, maybe. I guess there are a lot of ideas here. I think the best way for him to attack my position would be through the center or just throwing his kingside pawns at me, but since he castled kingside, I think that would be dangerous to say the least. I wonder if maybe I should just play a5. With more, control the dark squares even more and not be worried about the queen hitting it. I think that would be a good idea. I don't think he wants to play b3 to protect his pawn because it kind of blocks his bishop in a way, and also his bishop on a6 wouldn't have a hold.
Okay, so I didn't really expect a5. Does it change my plan? I don't have much of a plan, but does it change it? I'm thinking of just playing knight to e2 right now. a4 isn't really much of an option because you can easily hit it after something like c5 or if there's an exchange on d5. So I'm going to play knight e2.
Yeah, exactly. Should probably kill this knight. I might actually want to play e6 at some point, just to further blunt his bishop, maybe. But I mean, I should probably as well think about doubling on the b file. Now he also removed the defender of d5, and I might actually want to. Well, I'm not sure I want to open the e file considering he has 2 pieces on it. Although his queen is first, and oh, it's like where's it going? I think just getting my rook to, well, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think my a rook should probably go on the open file. I could always split it.
Okay, so I've kind of set myself up to play c3, so I guess I should go ahead and do just that.
Oh wow, I got connection interrupted. So he played c4, which is logical, I think. I should probably. Oh. I guess that could turn out to be pinned, the b2 pawn. So I'm not sure. I think I might want to play like rook b6 or something, just do double rooks. Get my queen behind it, because then I could, well, not now, obviously, since he has a lot of pieces defending, but probably, maybe sometime I would be able to attack. I'm actually not quite sure, but I think doubling on the b file can't really be that bad, considering I can always play c5 if he tries to attack it, and the b2 pawn is kind of weak. Maybe I should try to fix his pawn by playing a4. There, a4. This bishop can't go back e2 either, and can't really play. Maybe, well, maybe just rook e6.
That's an interesting move. Well, if he really wants to double on that file, I've got ways to defend against that. It'll take him a while to get doubled up with the rooks anyway, so the 2 moves I'm really thinking about right now are rook d1 and f4. I think rook d1 is the best idea, because it makes it harder for him to play d5 and e5. So, and the rook's really not doing anything on e1. Stupid move to put it there.
Plays rook to semi-open file, which makes sense. Considering my queen is on the same file, but probably not belong. My thought was to play the queen to b8 anyways. Now my bishop on d7 hangs, though, so there might be tactics against it. Although I don't see how we could actually exploit that very well. Maybe some sort of e5, but I don't think that would work in a few moves.
Okay, so he's immediately just doubling with queen and rook. It's kind of interesting. So I guess my only real options are queen to d2 or c1 or rook to d2. So I really don't want to put the rook and queen on the same diagonal. So I think moving the queen is the best option. So which square? Queen d2 is marginally more active, I guess, but it's still not doing a whole lot.
Okay, so you play this queen back, which is good. I was kind of hoping he'd play rook to d2 because his rook would be undefended, and there might be even more tactics. I kind of would like to. I don't think that changes much. Well, he gets both his pieces on the semi-open file, but I guess that doesn't really do much now since his queen is first. I wonder if I should just. I still have tactics on b2, I guess. Something along the lines of playing a4, a3, just expanding. It seems this knight is having a hard time as well, finding a good place to be, and, well, I'm not really sure if there is maybe something like bishop. No, I don't want to trade anything. I don't really like to trade anything now. I'm wondering if I should play my queen up to b7 and just triple on the file, because I don't really see how we can further defend that pawn. Maybe a4 would be a good idea first, just to make sure he doesn't go b3. I think b3 would help him. So I don't think, yeah, I think I'll just go a4.
So a4. I don't think I can really allow a3, so do I have to play a3 there? I just don't have any threats at all, really. So I guess a3.
Oh, so yeah, now his pawn is backwards as well. I guess I play queen b7. That also defends my bishop. I really hope he doesn't have any tactics, but it doesn't really seem like he has his pieces placed very well for tactics right now.
So he's looking to double, but if he does move his rook, maybe I can play something like queen f4, and then we're hitting back at f7. It definitely looks a lot better than just having all my pieces passively trying to defend b2. I think I've got to get some kind of plan going here. So I'm just developing the knight or something back to somewhere where it's actually good. I don't know where is actually good for this knight. I've got to move faster. So I'm gonna play that.
Because his knight's trying to get into position somewhere. I still don't really know where that's going because he doesn't really have any squares where it can go. So just rook b8 seems to be a good move. I'm kind of annoyed that he has so good control over d5. I kind of want to play d5 myself just to kick his bishop away, but I mean, I guess both d6 would hang and I would just lose the pawn. I'm not really sure how he protects b2 now. I don't know if there's something good he can do.
Yeah, so I expected that. I'm probably going to be dropping a pawn somewhere. But I think I've got to do something more active than I am now. So Queen f4 was the idea. We'll give it a try.
Okay, so he has something up sleeve here. Well, yes, this isn't too bad. Just I should probably meet the threat somehow. I guess this isn't. It almost looks to me as it almost looks as if I could ignore the threat. Although maybe, I mean, just something like bishop to e6. He takes, I take, and I actually have a lot of center control. And well, e6 would be weak, but he doesn't really. I mean, I could. Here's to remove defender of b2, so I could just remove an attacker if I want to. I think that is one of the best moves I have right now.
So if I take, his pawn structure is kind of bad. But is it really enough to make anything out of? It's actually a little bit awkward to defend that pawn. So I guess I have to just take and then attack the pawn with queen g4 maybe? We'll see how he defends that.
I guess he has to watch out because c3 hangs and it still hangs. Although, well, I guess I'm not sure if he sees this, but if I just defend e3 now, yeah, if I just defend d3, I can take on c3 because the pawn is pinned. Also, since he opened up the f file, and if I can get something on b2, I can attack f2 pretty well, probably. So I guess just queen here.
Okay, so this is really what I was kind of hoping for. So he has to give up some pressure on the b file. I wonder if there's any way I can keep some pressure going here. Because he is still threatening to take the pawn. Can I really allow him to take the b2 pawn? I don't think I can. So I guess I just have to play rook d2.
Am I still here? Okay, good. I hope everything's okay still. Well, I can actually still take c3 just with another tempo here, it seems. I don't really see a good reason not to, so I guess I'll just take. Yeah, I'll take.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. That one hurt. That one hurt. Oh dear. Okay, so I've got nothing. I have big fat nothing. Back rank issues, B2 dropping. So I actually should have just... I would have actually been better making no move at all. Uh, if this was a normal game, I would just resign right here.
Oh, sweet. Okay, well, this looks to me like I should just exchange a lot on b2 here, and I don't really like that my e3 or e6 pawn has to be guarded, but I think that is reasonable. Well, I could take with the bishop, and I actually want to I want to exchange. So, well, or do I? I might actually just want to. Should I just take with the bishop? Well, I guess I have to exchange anyway if he wants to, since I have to move my bishop somewhere, probably just back to g7 or something like that, maybe even e5. But I think that, well, I guess that only makes me exchange once, so I think well, actually, I think this would be good. I would be attacking a3 as well. So yeah, I think I'll take with the bishop.
Okay, so
I don't know. I
I
really
don't think
hope
we want
there
to
are no
play with
tactics.
fire anymore. I think we just want to play h4 and get a flight square.
Okay, so he tries to rip open my king's position here. Um, is this really a threat though? If he, I could, well, actually he does have knight to h5, which is kind of nasty. So I think I'll just go back, probably. Which one should I go back with though? Well, I could just go back to g7 with my bishop here. I know I could take the pawn on a3, but I already have 2 pawns, and I think this is plenty. And this also unpins the pawn. Yeah.
Okay. No exchanges. Keep off the dark squares.
Okay, so he doesn't want to exchange. I really want to. Yeah, I'll just go past here.
Right. This pawn's pinned on d6. Maybe I could play e5. Or just play h5.